Airport information, Mike. Wind at 320 degrees at 6, temperature 53, altimeter
3000. Hello and welcome. Today we are going to discuss about the basics of flight, about the parts and how they contribute to keep this flying machine airborne. Now, what is airborne? Basically, anything flying in the air is said to be airborne. So forget the word flying in the air and get used to the word airborne. So the first part of the aircraft we are going to learn is this part, which is called fuselage. We can say fuselage is the main body to which the other parts are attached to. It is basically divided in three parts. First being the cockpit section, where the pilots are in action. Second, the cabin section for the passengers and cargo. And third, called as an tail section. So now the second part of the aircraft we are going to discuss about are the wings. This is the part which makes your aircraft fly. Basically, it contributes to a large amount of lift produced. And but how do they make the aircraft fly? This will be explained in the next video. How do planes fly? Third are the stabilizers. Basically, there are two stabilizers. Horizontal stabilizers, as the name, they are placed horizontal, and vertical stabilizers placed vertical. As the name tells, stabilizers, they stabilize the aircraft in the direction they are placed. This is not it. There is much more about stabilizers in the upcoming video, so stay tuned. Fourth are the landing gears, also called as the undercarriage system of an aircraft. This part with the sets of wheels and tires and its associated systems makes the aircraft to land on the runway and take off from the runway, and also helps in the ground movement of the aircraft on the airport. And the last one, how can we forget the heart of the aircraft, which is the engine. The work an engine does is basically push the aircraft forward. How do they do it? It is done by jet propulsion. And you all know what is jet propulsion if you have celebrated Diwali. How do a Diwali rocket explain jet propulsion? Let me explain. Suppose the rocket here is the engine and the gunpowder in the rocket is fuel in the engine. So basically we are comparing engine with a rocket. So the fuel here resembles the gunpowder. Whenever we ignite the gunpowder, it creates a force downwards, but the rocket moves in the upward direction. This is what we call jet propulsion. Here you can see the force is created downward, but the reaction force makes the rocket fly upwards. This reaction force is called as thrust. Now you can see how it helps the aircraft to move forward. The force from the engine is created backward, but make the airplane move forward. So this was the basics of flight, and the parts explained is much more complicated in actual than I have explained. That is on a basic level, and yes, I will explain the complicated ones too on videos specifically made for each part. For that, like and subscribe my channel, and comment down below if you feel this video was informative, and also comment if you want more information about this topic or any queries.